Hi, it's Angie. Welcome to my channel. So I'm switching gears from the Savannah Guthrie show, or no, Savannah Nancy Guthrie content, because it is extraordinarily exhausting until and unless something prevalent shows up. This is really where all of the podcasters out there should be focusing their attention on, is what happened north of the American border in Tumbler Ridge, okay? Because I've listened to some of the pleas and the cries of the parents that lost those young children. I can't wrap my head around a few things, but before I get on to this segment here, welcome to the new subscribers. So I created these cards because I walked away from most likely something equivalent to what this Jessie was raised in. Now, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, because it's too late for prayers right now, but I'm sure a lot of those families are really, really struggling with what happened there. So, because I'm from Canada, we're a bilingual country. Not only bilingual, but my head goes to, just one second here, okay, I know I have these cut off sentences, but I have to tell you a few. Well, I'm just going to tell you this small little dream. I was in a hot tub, and there was a lot of people around me, kind of like something that you would be in up close to Revelstoke. I think they call them those hot springs. I was in a hot spring, and I was looking across the way, and there was these mountains, and the rocks started tumbling down. And it was like one shale of rock came down, and then a whole pile of rocks came down, okay? Because I think this is going to be a massive, massive failing of a whole bunch of systems here that are going to be coming to this party, okay? So let me just wrap my head around this, because the first thing that comes to my mind is this kid, or this punk, this 18-year-old was out of school. I think he just went to school since he was the age of 14. I'm going to call him a he, okay? That's the first thing that comes out of my mind. So I'm thinking truancy, okay? Truancy is where you are in Canada, you are legally obligated to go to school up until the age of 16. You can quit school at 16. For some reason, this Jessie kid was allowed to quit school at 14 or not attend school at 14. So my mind goes to, where's the truancy? Where's the school? Where's the children's aid? Okay, that's just strike number one. Strike number two is we see the mother, 37, shot. We see the stepbrother. Now we have a blended family here. We see the mother at 37 minus 18 is 19. Okay, so she had this Jessie very, very young, okay? Then did a double dipping, had another father. I don't know where the stepfather is in all of this. Okay, so here we go. So there's Mo Potts possibly coming in, but just wait a second. And that's just the name of the card in my deck here. Maybe doing drugs, a failed army regarding the weapons. The weapons were removed from the house once upon a time, and then the owner applied to get them back. That's an epic fail there. And there was something with the neighborhood watch. People were probably wondering what was going on. I don't know the timeline of when the family was killed. I don't know how anybody gets to the doors where they're not metal detectors on the doors. I don't know how somebody didn't recognize this. I've got so many X's in this X box here. Probably a gamer. The transgender surgery. How the hell did the doctors allow that in this country? Was this done in Canada? Was it a full-blown surgery, or was it just something that this person decided to just grow their hair? Because this is going to be a chain of events that everybody just stood by and watched it. Okay? The truancy, the school, possibly the children's aid, the Mental Health Act was involved here. And it feels like this is the Transylvania deck. So we'll just see if the cards come out that I think are going to come out here. because I've got a lot of teachers in these decks, and I've got a lot of preachers in these decks, and we're going to see, this is an epic fail what happened in Tumbler Ridge. I don't know how those families are going to be able to get over this, but this mother feels to me that she was a very unhinged mother herself. Okay, so let's just, oh, isn't this interesting? Because this is out of Tumbler Ridge, this card. This is the West Coast. This is the Tumbler Ridge card. Perhaps this mother of Jesse was a little bit of a diva. This one too. This one married somebody that had a transgender child, okay? God, it's incredible how these cards speak for themselves. But this was a colossal catastrophe out of Tumbler Ridge. I've got former relatives that live there. I've got a lot of relatives that are littered all over this country. But I'm sure for the ones that are still alive, they're probably shaking in their boots, okay? Because narcissists are not, all psychopaths are narcissists, but not all narcissists are psychopaths. This was a psychomaniac that did this to these kids. And possibly the mother as well. I just don't understand how somebody allowed the child to stay out of school for that long. So that's the Tumbler Ridge card coming down, because this feels like the RCMP is going to be faced with some lawsuits here. It feels like the school system is going to be facing lawsuits, the education system. It feels like the doctors. This is a colossal fail. So this is no two chiefs are alike. I don't know why I had to say that, but I do live on native soils here. The whole kit and caboodle is coming to this. All my videos are for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, this is, you know, this is the jealousy card. Okay, when you're raised in that type of environment, the dynamics most likely were there was some jealousy there, most likely between Jesse being the older son at one time. In comes the younger son. I can't remember his name. This feels like this is a Mateo situation. Did somebody here possibly have, not Alzheimer's disease, but somebody had, okay, I've got too many people vying for my attention right now, but most likely jealous. You know, I did hear some stuff last night. I don't know if this Jesse was afraid to go to school, but either way, it doesn't matter. Very, very competitive in these narcissistic families. And this is the chaos and confusion. This is where a narcissist leaves a trail, a psychopath leaves a trail of destruction. So they're going to need help, because this was like a pack of wolves. She came in there like a pack of wolves, loaded up with like a Rambo shotgun and a pistol. I've heard some very different stuff already from CBC News already, contradicting something that, oh, okay, this is the Young and the Restless, sorry. This is just like I've said, these are my priceless cards. I walked away because I noticed the realize, okay? And I kept away, but unfortunately, you know, this is a school district, Tumbler Ridge. I've been there. I walked away from family from there. The area physically, aesthetically is beautiful, but that's all I have to say about that. So, did somebody here have autism? Because I'm hearing the word Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. But it is a little bit of a failed army here, with respect to the RCMP. I think this is going to be like like those rocks that were coming down were like boulders, okay? Like Boulder, Colorado. Because it's not about being gay or being a transgender, it's being a psychopath, okay? Because there are a lot of people, healthy people, that transition. I just think whoever did this, I think this is a colossal, epic fail. because somebody here didn't have maternal or paternal instincts. Narcissists have children. They are extensions of themselves. I'm almost, somebody's begging for forgiveness here, but it's almost safe to say that the apple didn't fall far from the tree regarding the mother here. I always look at the mother. What kind of mother doesn't force the rules to go to school? Was this a lazy mother? What kind of mother allows the child at that fragile age to get that type of surgery? No paternal, maternal instincts. Is this the pick me, or the me, I, my disease? Very, very innocent children lost their lives here. And like I said, everybody should be focusing on what the hell went on here. Like I said, were there no metal detectors? I got to turn this card around here. That's my Stan Lee card. Also, my Edmonton Oiler card here. I'm taking one. Why is that in here? Okay. That's the Noah's Ark. Okay, I don't know how come that ended up here, but anyways, so somebody's going to have to really, that's the Shambhiva Mahamudra, which is inner engineering, and this is a colossal fail. There was probably some future engineers coming up, future scientists. What was it? I got the age. I screwed up a lot. There was a 39-year-old school teacher, and there was some 12 and 13, or 11 and 12, or 12 and 13-year-old boy, and there was a girl. I can't remember exactly the order. And then there was 2 in the family, so 1, 2, 3, and then there was 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there was 5, 6. So there was 5 children, a school teacher, 6, and 2 family members, and her. I think there was 9, and then there's a whole slew of victims still in the hospital. This is like a colossal event. Okay. There's two-faced Facebook clubs out there, predators. I don't know why that card showed up today, but this feels really greasy, what happened here. Okay, I think it's all over Facebook. I understand why the family would not want people to give attention to Jesse. I completely understand that, but they're going to do victimology here because there's two-faced here. Okay, something's not adding up here. Okay, I just don't understand a lot of things. That is also the gang stalking. You know, could have been. We don't know yet how deranged this family really was. It's coming from somewhere. And there's some Einstein out here as well. Maybe that's the school teachers out there that thought that they could take care of this. So no one is perfect, okay? But this is the April Fool's card, okay? Seriously, something went wrong here because the person behind this card, this is the Jesse card, okay? Jesse, is that the kid's name? Jesse. This is the Jesse's card. And this is like you wait. This was you wait and see. That's Trail BC as well, because a lot of psychics out there. I know one in particular that would be really, really surprised that this happened. I'm surprised. I'm just shocked. And this is the Devil in Disguise card or situation here. Okay, so let's just round this up and see what, like that would be a hell of a lot of bullets. Maybe that was a roundup. But anyways, lots of rounds fired at those kids. I just heard some really devastating stories. And, okay, so we'll see what comes out here. This is the Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers deck? Okay, because I came from a deranged family. And it would be very difficult. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, because I came from some unhinged family members. And that were around the clock doing nasty things. Drop out at 14. playing around with guns. Just a cuckoo. This is one fell out of the cuckoo bird. Here she comes again. Okay. This is, Jesus Murphy, this is the transgender card. There's somebody acting like an Aunt Diva out there. Possibly that mother. The mother out there. Oh. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Right in the neighborhood of Tumbler Ridge. And that is the walkie-talkie card out there. You know, that this particular type of person hated women, hated them, hated men, hated women. They're not, I don't know what the female version of a misogynist is, but very, very, it's almost like that psychopath out there. I'm not going to mention her name. But she sings delicate. And I'm not a fan of her. Oh, this is a very dangerous person. This feels like this is the person that they can't find out behind that mask that did that to, well, this is what Gabby Petito was around, the monster behind the mask. They can't figure out who the monster behind the mask was in Nancy Guthrie's situation. Is the monster behind that mask? They can't figure that out yet. Who knows how long that's going to take. This is a dangerous, dangerous person. I hate it when this card comes out. This could be, I hate to say this, but this is the elephant in the room now, okay? The elephant in the room is something that nobody wants to deal with. Now we have the elephant in the tomb. That reminds me of Carney. He's our Canadian Prime Minister, crying on TV. I'm not a fan of Carney. I'm not a liberal here supporter, but you're going to see a lot of infighting going on here. Politics are going to be dragged into this because the RCMP is part of our Canadian Royal Mounted Police, and they're going to have to do a whole sweep here again. I absolutely despise the mentality behind that card, because that card is a predator, and that Jesse was a predator preying on these young kids. This is the Jesse card as well. I won't be cutting fresh flowers for you, Jesse, because that's that song, Jesse, I'll always cut fresh flowers for you. The flowers that we're cutting here are for the victims of this Jesse guy. Because there's somebody, this is the Fool's card, okay? Somebody really, really dropped the ball here in all of this. And someone's going to pay through the teeth. There's going to be multi-lawsuits. You know, this is the kick the can card. You just can't, you know, you just can't relax, you know. I never expected to wake up and see that yesterday and hear about it today. These are the addictions. Maybe the mother was an addict, staying at home, letting the kids stay at home, probably living in squalor. So I'm taking one from the Unalive Yourself deck, because this could have been prevented. Okay, this person unalived himself as well, which is very shocking to me, but it does happen. This is the master debater out there. Okay, I'm going to talk about it in the Elvis Presley world as well. Because if you've ever taken a look at that so-called king out there, how he acts, the sanctimonious one, just take a look at that video that he has with his kid in there, where he's driving around his little Volkswagen, okay? Just take a look at the spoiled brat that he has, okay? This too, this one here has, this is the one that wears a beard. I've said it so many times. There's dysfunction in that family in the United Kingdom. And the mother too. What is it, Aurora? She's a school teacher. Somebody needs to tell her to take a look at the dysfunction in her family, okay? Because to sit there and I watched that video before, and it's a colossal fail. The way he permits what you permit, you promote. He permits that little kid, I can't even remember his name, to be bullying, okay? This is the beginning of where it starts. Because if you live with one, you become one in some instances. So this is the king card, okay? This is the master debater. But also connected to the 3 French hens because there's minions around that so-called social media channel out there. And we have a Cracker Barrel Club here because the CBC in Canada already got it wrong with from what I heard, that they said that there were shots fired in the school, or they fired back at the culprit. I don't think that that's what Inspector Berube said. So there's already falsities coming out from the CBC. I'm not a fan of the CBC whatsoever in Canada because we have the fear of missing out. This is the Juva card, okay? This is Fan Joy out there. This is the liberals out there. But definitely somebody that was... I don't even know how to begin with this card, but that is the Juva card. That is the mindset of a psychopath. That's the fear of missing out. And very, very weird relationships. This mother too has a weird relationship with 2 sons, okay? She allowed the transgender to happen at a very young age. There's some really, really bizarre mothers out there, okay? And I think this Jesse's mother was one of them. So that's my video for today. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I think there's a lot of people, a lot of people have turn their back on this, what was going on. Some of this is all for attention, the fear of missing out, okay? So that's it for my video today. That's the hair club, or it's a bad dye job. Maybe somebody did a bad dye job as roots. So spring has sprung in this area, and but it's maybe 50 shades of gray here too. So thank you for being here, and could be the nurse with the purse too. So we'll see you when we see you, and I'm just going to end this video on a little bit of a high note. Get out there and enjoy your community, because you never know when somebody is going to be given their last rites. This is the solution to pollution is dilution. I love this card. This is lucky. Wonderful engineering person out there. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. Take care. It's all done. Enjoy.